So how much does staging play a role in pricing it appropriately as well?
Oh, I think it plays a major role regardless of whether we're talking about an empty house that needs staged furniture or a home with someone's possessions that needs some assistance from a stager or designer to make sure that it is presenting in a clean, inviting way that appeals to as many prospective buyers as possible, right? Especially in the upper tier, you've got folks who have incredible art collections or really exquisite sculpture and things of that sort that can be incredibly distracting for someone looking at a property. And so your ability to work with your team of professionals, right, your stagers, particularly those that have experience in the luxury marketplace and have teams of folks that can help with everything from furniture placement to painting and handyman repairs, that sort of thing. Get all those things tidied up. You've only got one chance to make a first impression.
Right, right. And so that yielded great rewards in the pandemic. And I think at this point, it's still you still have to do it. Now suddenly we're in a place where people even more so don't want to do those things because a lot of it is you can't find the people, right, Tam?
Oh, in many cases. And that's why it's really important to have those relationships ahead of time, as opposed to trying to find services and vendors that you need all of a sudden. So relationships come into play in a really big way in that. And your ability to provide those resources to a seller who wouldn't be able to find them on their own as well.
Yeah, that's great. So okay, we've got so now here we sit. You've earned the listing. You've looked at the staging. You've now got the home well lived in to a place where you feel like, okay, it's worth this price. What's next?
So next is really nuts and bolts, right? So you've got to get your photography scheduled, and you're going to think about whether or not you need different photographers for different aspects, right? You've got your mainstay photographs, but maybe there's a feature that's going to be best photographed at a different time of day, right? So getting that set up, perhaps it's drone or other type of aerial photography or videography that you're going to want to incorporate, particularly showcasing how close a property is to other desirable assets. In my market, it's about the water and vibrant downtown. So really showcasing the more than just the property, but everything that's around it and all of the things that make it attractive. If you're going to have floor plans done, or if you're going to use Matterport technology, all that has to be scheduled and tightened up in a time frame. Right? Everybody asks me, Tammy, how long between when you take a listing and when you launch it? Right? And my favorite response is, it depends, of course, but you need to set a time frame and set the expectations with a seller that you need just enough time to get everything done right, but not so much time that they get antsy that they're not on the market yet. And I'll be quite frank, I have lost listings because I refused to take photographs with my iPhone and put it in the MLS the next day, right? It's just not how I operate. It's a reflection on me. And so I insist on enough time to get all those things done. And then during that time, it's a great opportunity for you to be working with the seller to get every bit of information that you can, right, about the house, inside, outside. What are the floors made of? What's the material for the countertops? What kind of heating and cooling? All of those types of things that are true in any category. But then also, I think it's really important to gather from the seller a list of the vendors who service that property periodically. Not all
Mm.
the time, right? We're always looking for who does the lawn and who takes care of the pool. But what about who in some cases, I hear that there's places where there's snow and, they would need their driveways cleared. Right? I don't
It's just
experience that
mean. That's
firsthand, right?
mean. Yeah.
Right. But, who does that? Think about if it's a really extravagant property, maybe they have somebody that they hire to put up holiday decorations, or who trims the
Mhm.
trees every once in a while. How valuable is that to provide to a prospective buyer? A list of all the folks that already know the property.